I've owned my NC Miata for 10 years now, which is still pretty hard to believe. I bought it as my first enthusiast car and daily, but its story is much more than that. So let's turn back the clock and see how we ended up here. Back in 2015, my parents stumbled across a 2011 sport model NC2 Miata. 45,000 miles, bone stock, no LSD, mismatched headlights, and a face only a grandma could love. No, really, I'm pretty sure it was owned by a grandma before me. But this was it, my first Miata. I'd always wanted one.
I didn't know a ton about Miatas back then, but as car enthusiasts, we all know that one little thing just spirals into another. It started small, with a Tomei shift knob that I even still have today.
Each change felt personal. I learned as I went, from modifying headlights in my apartment parking lot to installing $100 junk wheels off Craigslist. I never imagined this car would lead to where my channel is now, or the amazing friends I've met because of it. But it did. And without being too dramatic, it really did help shape the last 10 years of my life. In 2017, we bought our first house, which included a 2-car garage. It was a big step in my automotive lifestyle.
The Miata became the first version of what I had always envisioned, a modified roadster, even if it was a lot of secondhand parts and a lot of DIY stuff.
Then, my first heartbreak. Rear quarter panel crushed, front bumper trashed. Of course the car still ran fine, but the pride I had for it was stained. This was a turning point. Was it just going to be a cosmetically flawed daily now? Could I live with major imperfections just because it was a Miata? Fuck that. I got to work sourcing over fenders and a new front bumper. And I figured out that Japanese tuning shops were making unique parts and how to get them to the other side of the world.
Vanity and obsession pushed me to make the car even better.
Cut body panels, my first set of genuine wheels, steering wheels, brake upgrades, and my first autocross events. Things were getting expensive.
The vision started to blur just a little bit. I was modifying the car just because I could, and I needed to refocus.
So I took on the biggest project I'd ever done, an engine swap. A 2.5 Duratec engine with Fab 9 camshafts, GWR max header, Lighten flywheel, and all the right bits to make it fun and quick. I know 2.5 swapped NCs are more common now, but this was my first engine swap, and that is what made it special.
I never really saw anyone posting these types of videos on YouTube, or at least to the extent that I have been. The 2.5 swap videos are what made my channel what it is today. All the popularity and all the new viewers came from that series. And suddenly, the car didn't just matter to me, it mattered to a lot of other people too.
It was time to truly make my NC Miata the one I had always envisioned. Not just a build with cool parts, but something cohesive, clean, and undeniably mine. A Blackbird Fabworks GT3 roll bar, DG Motorsports carbon fiber top, Murakami Motors mirrors, and then came the dream wheels, Regamaster Evo 1s.
Everything had just clicked. I had wanted a set of Regamasters for so many years, and to finally have them meant the world to me.
I went all in on the exterior. Full No Pro aero kit, the Type ST front bumper and the TA side skirts, and the rear diffuser completely changed the look of the car. It finally had the silhouette I always saw in my head.
These weren't just mods, they were pieces of Japanese tuning culture that I had viewed from afar for so many years, and now they were finally on my car as well.
Auto EXE, Nelex, No Pro, Jetstream, Integral Kobe. Every corner of the car had something thoughtful tucked into it.
For the first time, the build didn't feel random, it felt complete and intentional. A real reflection of everything that I had learned over the last 10 years culminated into my NC Miata.
And I don't know if it's done, but for now, this is the NC Miata I always dreamed of owning. So yeah, 10 years with one car. It's been through just about everything with me. I've dailied it, tracked it, rebuilt it, broke it, kept coming back to it, because it's more than just a Miata to me now. They're my outlet, my project, and honestly, a big part of how I've met some of the best people in my life. I can't see anyone else owning this car, and I think it's mine forever now. And if you have ever watched a video, commented something kind, or just shared a love for this project, I want to say thank you. And if this is your first time here, welcome. This is my NC Miata, 10 years in.